Let me ask you something. Are you tired of feeling stuck? Do you ever feel like you're meant for more, but you just can't seem to break through the barriers holding you back? Maybe it's your circumstances, your self-doubt, your past failures, or maybe you've simply lost the motivation to push forward. If that sounds like you, then you're exactly where you need to be. Over the next hour, we're going to walk together through 12 powerful parts, each one crafted to awaken your inner strength, challenge your current mindset, and push you toward the person you are always meant to become. Each part will build upon the last, guiding you step by step toward a stronger, more confident, more purpose-driven version of yourself. We'll start by resetting your perspective, because real change begins with the way you see yourself and the world around you. From there, we'll dive deep into the habits that shape your success, the discipline needed to keep going, the mindset that fuels resilience, and the strategies that winners use to overcome fear, self-doubt, and procrastination. We'll talk about how to set meaningful goals, how to protect your energy, how to silence negativity, and how to move forward even when life gets hard. You'll learn how to take back control of your time, your emotions, and your dreams. You'll begin to see that you are not a victim of your past, you are the author of your future. This video is more than just inspiration. It's instruction. It's strategy. It's power. By the time you reach the final part, you won't be the same person who started this journey. You will feel stronger, more focused, more motivated, and most importantly, you'll be armed with the knowledge and tools to keep moving forward no matter what comes your way. So I want you to make a promise to yourself right now. For the next 60 minutes, eliminate distractions. Turn off your notifications. Be fully present. Give yourself the gift of your full attention, because this hour could truly change everything. It's time to take back your power. It's time to stop letting life happen to you and start creating the life you were born to live. This is your moment. This is your hour. Let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking this time to join me today. You may not realize it, but in this very moment, you're standing at the threshold of something extraordinary. What you do in the next 60 minutes could change the course of your life forever. You see, life isn't about waiting for things to fall into place or hoping for the right circumstances to come along. It's about taking control and making deliberate choices. It's about deciding that enough is enough, that you won't settle for mediocrity, that you won't let fear or doubt hold you back any longer. I want you to think about where you are right now. How many times have you told yourself that you'd start tomorrow? How many times have you pushed your dreams to the side, thinking that there would always be time to chase them? How many moments have you let slip by without truly embracing the opportunity for change? Well, today is different. Today you are going to take the first steps towards the life you've always dreamed of. And this isn't going to be a vague motivational speech where you're left wondering, but how do I actually make it happen? No. Today we are going to get real, and we are going to get practical. We're going to dive into actionable steps that you can implement immediately to start shifting your mindset, your habits, and your life. 60 minutes. That's all it takes. In just 1 hour, you will have the tools, the strategies, and the inspiration you need to break free from the chains that have been holding you back. And here's the kicker: this isn't some fluffy feel-good advice that sounds great but doesn't lead to real change. This is about real transformation. It's about taking real, tangible action towards creating the life you deserve. But I need you to understand something. Transformation doesn't happen in an instant. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen when we wish for it or when we hope for it. It happens when we take consistent action, day in and day out, and commit to the process. This is your moment. The moment where you stop making excuses. The moment where you stop doubting yourself. The moment where you decide that your future is worth fighting for. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror right now, mentally speaking, and ask, what kind of person do I want to be? What do I want to achieve in this life? And how far am I willing to go to make it happen? Over the next 60 minutes, you'll learn how to tap into your own potential and take the steps needed to change your life, step by step, until you're living the life you've always imagined. Are you ready? Let's begin. The power of 1 hour. Let me ask you something powerful, something that might shake you awake. What if the next 60 minutes held the power to change your entire life? I'm not talking about motivation that fades in a few hours. I'm talking about a shift, a real, deep, permanent shift in your mindset, in your energy, in your direction. Because let's be real, how much time have you wasted waiting? Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the pain to go away, waiting for someone else to believe in you, waiting for life to get easier. But guess what? The perfect moment doesn't exist and no one is coming to save you. Change doesn't come when life gets easier. Change comes when you get stronger. When you decide that your current situation is no longer acceptable. When you draw a line in the sand and say, this is where it ends, and that is where I begin again. You don't need a new year to start fresh. You don't need to read 100 books or attend another seminar. All you need is one thing, a decision. A bold, unapologetic decision that you're done playing small. That you're done letting fear, doubt, or the past dictate your future. 1 hour, that's it. 60 minutes to choose clarity over confusion. 60 minutes to courage over comfort. 60 minutes to choose action over excuses. And make no mistake, you have the power. Right here, right now. This is your life, not a rehearsal, not a warm-up. This is it. You don't get to go back and rewrite the beginning. But you can start today, this very hour, and write a brand new ending. Every powerful transformation in history began with one defining moment. One moment of truth. And this one moment of pain turned into power. Of a moment where someone stood up and said, I will not live like this anymore. So here's the truth. That this hour is sacred. This is your invitation. This is your permission. This is your shot. The next 60 minutes are about you, confronting your fears, silencing the noise, and deciding once and for all who you are and who you're going to become. You are not broken, you are not behind, you are powerful, you are worthy, and you are ready, even if you don't feel like it yet. So breathe in, set your intention, and let this be the hour that everything changes. Because your new life, it starts now. The Lee you've been told. You've been lied to. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. They told you that you're not good enough unless you have the degree, the title, the approval, the perfect past, or the flawless plan. They told you that success is reserved for a special few. That confidence is something you're born with. That greatness is out of reach unless someone hands it to you. But let's clear something up right now. That is a lie. You were born with everything you need already inside you. You don't need permission to chase your dream. You don't need a resume to become remarkable. You don't need a crowd to start clapping before you begin. The world has tried to convince you that you need to earn your worth, that you need to prove your value. But your worth isn't something you earn, it's something you own. It's already yours. It's been yours from day one. You just forgot. Maybe life broke you a little. Maybe people disappointed you. Maybe you tried and failed, and you started to believe that failure defined you. But let me tell you something loud and clear. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey to it. Too many people stay stuck in the waiting room of life, paralyzed by fear, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for someone to choose them. But the truth is, if you don't choose yourself, you'll always be waiting. And while you're waiting, time is passing. Dreams are dying. Potential is withering. Not because you weren't capable, but because you believed the lie. So today, in this very hour, I'm challenging you to expose that lie. To look it in the face and say, not anymore. I choose to believe in myself even if no one else does. You see, every extraordinary life is built on ordinary moments of decision. Moments like this where you get tired of being tired. Where you look around and say, I know I was meant for more than this. Because you were. You still are. This isn't about hype. It's about truth. And the truth is, you're more powerful than you've been told. You're more resilient than you give yourself credit for. And you are 100% capable of changing the direction of your life starting right now. But only if you stop believing the lies and start speaking the truth over yourself. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're not too far gone. You're just one decision away. One decision to believe again. And one decision to rise. One decision to stop waiting for a miracle and start being one. You are one decision away. The one that aligns with the fact that there's very few. Many people out there, yeah, so how can you do a lot of good? You are one decision away from a completely different life. There's one, not 10, not 20, not a full plan mapped out for the next 5 years. Just one strong, clear, bold decision that says, I'm done with average. I'm ready for more. That sink in. You don't need to fix everything today. You don't need to have it all figured out. All you need is to decide right now that the version of you who's been stuck, silent, settling is not the final version. We tend to overcomplicate change. We think we need to wait for January 1st or for everything to calm down or for the perfect set of circumstances. But life doesn't work like that. Life isn't waiting for you to be ready. It's waiting for you to be willing. Willing to get uncomfortable. Is willing to be seen starting small. Willing to fail and try again. Willing to let go of who you were so you can step into who you're meant to be. That's what this part of the hour is about. Deciding to no longer be a prisoner of your past. Deciding to forgive yourself. Deciding to go all in on your dreams, even if the path looks uncertain. Because clarity comes through movement, not in waiting. That dream that keeps you up at night, that vision you can't shake, that's not a coincidence. That's your soul trying to wake you up. That's a life you were designed for, pulling at you, whispering, there's more. And let's be honest, you've tried playing small. You've tried shrinking. You've tried pretending that maybe this is just the way things are. But if that worked, you wouldn't feel the restlessness you feel right now. You wouldn't be listening to this. Something in you knows the truth. You're meant for more. You always have been. So stop asking for signs. This is the sign. This is the moment where you choose to stop repeating the same cycle and start creating something new. Something better. Something real. It all begins with one decision. To believe in yourself again. To stand up for your future. To act with intention instead of emotion. So yes, because once you make that decision, the real kind, the one that burns the bridges behind you, something shifts. You become a different person. Not because your circumstances change immediately, but because your mindset does. Literally. And when your mind changes, everything changes. So what's going to do? You wedding? Or decide, really decide that this moment is the one that transforms it all? You are just one decision away. Make it count. Break the pattern. Let's talk about something that holds more people back than failure ever could. Patterns. Not the obvious patterns, like how you brush your teeth or what you eat for breakfast. I'm talking about the unconscious cycles, the emotional loops, the mental habits that run on autopilot, sabotaging your growth, your happiness, and your future. You see, we don't just wake up one day lost and stuck. It happens gradually, silently, as we repeat the same thoughts, the same doubts, the same fears, day after day, year after year. I'll do it later. What if I fail? I'm not ready yet. And before you know it, you've built a life around hesitation, around insecurity, around excuses that feel like facts. But here's the truth. Nothing changes until you break the pattern. You can watch every motivational video. You can read every self-help book. But until you interrupt the habits that are keeping you small, you'll stay trapped in the same cycle, different days, same results. So ask yourself, what are you repeating that's keeping you stuck? What story are you telling yourself that no longer serves the person you're trying to become? Maybe it's the pattern of people pleasing, saying yes to everyone except yourself. Maybe it's procrastination, postponing your purpose in exchange for temporary comfort. Or maybe it's self-doubt, believing the lies that say you're not ready, not smart enough, not worthy. But patterns only have power when you remain unconscious. And right now, you're becoming aware. Right now, in this very moment, you're shining a light on the very thing that's been dim in your life. And once you see it, you can change it. How? With intentional action, with new habits, with radical honesty, with the courage to do the opposite of what your fear has trained you to do. If your pattern is silence, then speak. If your pattern is running, then stay and face it. If your pattern is hiding, then step into the light. The only way to rise is to disrupt the routine, to choose discomfort over stagnation, to stop being loyal to an identity that no longer fits your future. Because you weren't created to live on repeat. You were made to evolve, to grow, to shed old versions of yourself like skin layer by layer until what remains is pure power. This part of the hour is about honesty. It's about confronting what you've been avoiding. It's about standing at the crossroads and realizing you don't have to keep living this way. You are not your past. You are not your pattern. You are the person who has the power to break it and build something better. Right now, choose to break the cycle. Because when the pattern breaks, the breakthrough begins. It's not too late. Let me say something that your heart needs to hear today. Oh, it is not too late. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many times you've fallen. I don't care how much time you think you've wasted. You still have time. You still have breath in your lungs, energy in your soul, and purpose in your bones. But too many people give up, not because they've failed, but because they've convinced themselves it's too late to start again. That's a lie. You're not behind, you're just waking up. And sometimes the greatest awakenings happen after the deepest sleep. Think about it. There are people who didn't start pursuing their dreams until they're 40s, 50s, or even 60s. There are people who changed careers after decades of doing something they didn't love. There are people who walked away from unhealthy relationships, found healing, and built something beautiful from the ashes. Why? Because they realized that as long as they were alive, they had a choice. And so do you. It's not too late to reinvent yourself. It's not too late to start a business, write a book, heal the wound, or forgive the past. It's not too late to become the person you were always meant to be. Too often, we measure our lives against timelines. By 25, I should be here. By 30, I should have this. By 40, I should be done. But, life doesn't follow a calendar. It follows courage. And every person who made a comeback started with the decision to stop counting the years lost and start maximizing the time left. You might not be able to go back and change the beginning, but you can absolutely start today and rewrite the ending. The only thing standing between who you are and who you could be is the belief that you've run out of time. But look around. You're still here. You're still breathing. That means your story isn't over. That means here there are still chapters unwritten. That means the most powerful version of you hasn't even been fully unleashed yet. So instead of mourning lost time, make the time you have count more than ever before. Move with urgency. Speak with purpose. Go up like your future depends on it, because it does. Don't wait another year, another month, another day. This is your moment. This is your hour. This is your second chance. And second chances don't come with guarantees. They come with opportunity. Grab it, own it, live like you've been given a gift, because you have. It's not too late. It's just finally time. Small steps, massive impact. We often underestimate the power of small steps. You think you need a massive breakthrough, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a giant leap that will change everything overnight. But the truth is, real transformation doesn't usually start with an explosion. It starts with a whisper, with a choice, with a small step in the right direction. One small step today can create a ripple effect for the rest of your life. It's the decision to wake up an hour earlier, to say no to distractions, to spend 10 minutes journaling instead of scrolling, to choose water over soda, peace over drama, progress over perfection. It might not feel like much in the moment, but brick by brick, you are building a new future. Think about it like this. A 1% improvement every day might seem insignificant. But over the course of a year, that compounds into exponential growth. You don't need to flip your life upside down in one day. You just need to show up consistently with intention, with purpose, with vision. Here's the trap. Most people wait until they feel ready, until they feel confident, until they feel motivated. But let me tell you something. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. You don't have to feel like doing it to start. You just have to take that first small step. And then another. And another. Because those little wins start to build momentum. And momentum. That's how mountains are moved. You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. When you do, something powerful happens. You start to believe in yourself again. You realize that change isn't just possible, it's happening. You're no longer waiting for life to hand you something. You're creating your path with every decision you make. The gym session you almost skipped. It's building discipline. The book you picked up instead of the remote. It's expanding your mind. The boundary you set with someone toxic. It's reclaiming your power. Nothing you do with intention is wasted. Nothing. So stop discounting the small things. That 5-minute walk. That honest conversation. That daily affirmation, it all matters. It all adds up. Greatness isn't built in a day, it's built daily. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Because when you're consistent, you're unstoppable. And when you're unstoppable, your future bends to your will. So today, just take the next step. That's it. Just one. You'll look back one day and realize that one small step changed everything. Discipline over motivation. Let's get real for a moment. If you're relying on motivation to change your life, you're already setting yourself up to fail. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. Some days you wake up fired up, ready to conquer the world. Other days, you don't even want to get out of bed. That's why discipline matters more than motivation. Discipline is what carries you through when motivation disappears. Discipline is what shows up when your feelings don't. Discipline is the muscle that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Let's be honest. Every successful person you admire didn't get there because they felt like it every day. They got there because they kept showing up whether they felt like it or not. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They didn't wait for inspiration to strike. They decided, I'm going to do this regardless of how I feel. And that's what greatness is built on. Not moods, not hype, not fleeting bursts of excitement, but consistent, disciplined action. You want to change your life? Then train yourself to show up daily. Not just when it's convenient, not just when you're pumped up, but especially when it's hard. Discipline means keeping promises to yourself. It means doing the work even when no one's watching. It means saying yes to long-term growth over short-term pleasure. Because let's face it, the path to success is often uncomfortable. It's waking up early when your bed is warm. It's going to the gym when your body is tired. It's studying, building, practicing, repeating, even when it feels like nothing is changing. But here's the thing. Discipline compounds. Each time you follow through, you build mental strength. Each time you honor your word, you build trust with yourself. And the more you do that, the more powerful you become. Most people give up too soon because they confuse discomfort with failure. But discomfort is not the enemy, it's the price of progress. When you push through resistance, you rise. When you do what's hard, your life gets easier. But when you avoid what's hard, your life gets harder. So stop chasing motivation. It's not sustainable. Instead, build routines, create structure, commit to habits. Be the kind of person who does it anyway. Because the truth is, you won't always feel ready. But if you act with discipline, you'll never have to wait for readiness. You'll just keep moving. And every step, every rep, every discipline choice adds up. So decide today, are you going to keep waiting for motivation? Or are you going to build a life on discipline and watch everything change? Let go of what's holding you back. You cannot rise while you're still chained to what's weighing you down. If you want to change your life, you have to do something most people avoid. Let go. Let go of the grudges. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the limiting beliefs, the painful memories, the fear of what might happen. Let go of the version of yourself that's based on who you were, not who you're becoming. Some of the things you're holding on to, they served a purpose once, but now they're blocking your progress. They're keeping you stuck in cycles you should have broken long ago. You say you want to move forward, but you're dragging baggage that was never meant to be carried this far. You can't soar with weights tied to your spirit. Sometimes letting go isn't about giving up, it's about choosing freedom. Freedom from the past. Freedom from pain. Freedom from people who no longer deserve access to your future. Ask yourself honestly, what am I still carrying that I should have released years ago? Is it anger that's eating you alive? Is it shame that whispers, you're not good enough? Is it the need to please people who never even understood you? Let it go. You're not who you were back then. You've grown. You've evolved. You've survived storms that tried to break you, and yet you're still here. So stop punishing yourself for what you didn't know when you were just trying to survive. Forgive yourself. Forgive them not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve clarity. You deserve the freedom to walk into your next chapter without the weight of yesterday slowing you down. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means refusing to allow the past to dictate your worth or determine your future. It means choosing to heal, even when it hurts. It means making space for better things to come. You want a better life. You want to rise higher, feel lighter, move faster. Then shed the layers that no longer fit you. Stop identifying with your pain and start identifying with your potential. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. You're not stuck, you're in the middle of transformation. And transformation always requires release. So let it go. The guilt, the fear, the doubt, the toxic relationships, the lies you've told yourself, drop them. Drop them all. And watch how much lighter you feel. Watch how much clearer your path becomes. Watch how fast your life begins to shift. This is your permission to release what's behind you so you can finally embrace what's ahead. Your environment shapes your future. Look around you. Who's in your life? What do you allow into your mind every single day? Because whether you realize it or not, your environment is either building you or breaking you. You can have the strongest ambition in the world, but if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, chaos, and people who doubt you, you'll feel like you're swimming upstream every single day. Let's get one thing straight. Energy is contagious. If you hang around 5 motivated people, you'll become the 6th. If you hang around 5 lazy people, guess what? You'll also become the 6th. That's not just motivation, that's science. Your brain is constantly absorbing your surroundings. Your mindset, your habits, even your level of belief in yourself. They're all being shaped by the people you allow in your space. You can't expect to grow in toxic soil. You can't expect to become your best self in a place where your greatness is seen as a threat or your dreams are treated like a joke. So ask yourself this. Does my environment reflect the future I want or the past I'm trying to escape? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, good. Because that's where growth begins. It's time to start protecting your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. Your time, your focus, your peace. Those are your most valuable currencies. Stop spending them on people, places, and habits that offer no return. Sometimes that means setting boundaries. Sometimes that means walking away. And sometimes it means choosing to be alone for a season while you build the version of yourself that can't be shaken. And don't forget, your digital environment matters too. What are you watching? Who are you following? What are you feeding your mind every time you scroll? Garbage in, garbage out. But wisdom in, confidence in, clarity in, you become unstoppable. The good news is, you have the power to redesign your environment. Start small. Clean your space. Organize your day. Create a routine that energizes you. Listen to voices that uplift you. Read books that challenge you. Be intentional about what you allow in your world. Because your environment isn't just where you live, it's what you become. And if you truly want to change your life in 60 minutes, start here. Audit your environment. Cut out what's draining you. And surround yourself with growth, purpose, and peace. Your future is watching who you're standing next to today. Choose wisely. Embrace the power of consistency. The key to transforming your life doesn't lie in grand gestures or overnight successes. It's in the small, Consistent actions you take every single day. The magic isn't in the one big push, but in the steady, unyielding commitment to keep showing up. Let me ask you this. How many times have you felt inspired and started a new habit, a new goal, or a new project, only to lose momentum a week or two later? You're not alone. We all start strong, but the true difference between those who succeed and those who don't comes down to consistency. Consistency isn't flashy. It's not the Instagram-worthy moment. It's not the loud, exciting breakthrough. It's the quiet, invisible commitment to keep going even when no one is watching. Success isn't about doing something perfectly once in a while. It's about doing something imperfectly but regularly. You see, the compound effect is real. Each small step you take adds up over time. And while you might not notice immediate results, every small action is building a foundation for your success. Think about it like this. If you practiced playing an instrument for an hour every day, where would you be in a year? If you wrote 500 words a day for a month, what could you have accomplished by the end of the year? If you exercise for just 20 minutes each day, how would your body change over time? It's not about the big moments of motivation. It's about doing the work even when motivation fades. It's about creating habits that build your future, one decision at a time. This is why so many people fail at their goals. They rely on motivation. They wait for the right moment to strike, for the perfect feeling of inspiration. But that moment often doesn't come. And when it does, it's fleeting. What truly matters is the commitment to keep going even when it feels like you're not making progress. That's where real growth happens. So, if you've ever felt frustrated by your slow progress, remember this. The fact that you're still showing up, that you're still taking action means you're moving forward. Consistency is what turns a dream into reality. It's what separates those who wish for change from those who create it. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you take action. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Don't wait for the stars to align. Start now. Start with what you have, where you are. And commit to showing up every single day. Success is built on the foundation of consistency. So ask yourself, what is one action, one habit, that you can commit to every day that will bring you closer to your dreams? Start there. Because when you embrace the power of consistency, you're not just building habits, you're building a life that reflects the future you've always dreamed of. The power of self-belief. In this world, the greatest obstacle to success is often not the circumstances, the challenges, or the people around you. The greatest obstacle to success is yourself. What you believe about yourself, your abilities, your worth, your potential will dictate every action you take and every outcome you achieve. The truth is, self-belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. So let me ask you something. Do you truly believe in your potential? Do you believe that you are worthy of success? Do you believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams, no matter how big or impossible they might seem? If your answer is no, that's okay, but it's time to change that answer. It's time to stop doubting your abilities and start believing in your power to change your life, starting right now. Because self-belief isn't just about being confident in who you are today. It's about believing in the person you are becoming. It's about recognizing that you are a work in progress, and every step you take is bringing you closer to the person you need to be to achieve everything you desire. So many people struggle because they don't feel like they have what it takes to succeed. They're able to get discards. They question their worth. They think success is for someone else, but not them. But let me tell you this. Self-belief doesn't come from being perfect. It doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from trusting yourself enough to take action, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. It comes from showing up every single day even when you feel scared, uncertain, or unprepared. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to take risks. You allow yourself to fail, but you also allow yourself to rise again. You stop waiting for approval from others and start approving of yourself. You stop holding back and you start stepping into the person you were always meant to be. Self-belief is the force that keeps you going when everything else tells you to quit. It's what enables you to take that leap of faith, even when you have no guarantee of success. It's what allows you to keep moving forward even when you don't know exactly how things will unfold. But here's the catch. Self-belief isn't something that happens overnight. It's a muscle that you have to build, and you build it by consistently taking action and proving to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. Each small victory, each time you push through fear, each time you take a step outside your comfort zone, these moments are what build your self-belief. They show you that you are capable, strong, and resilient. And when you start to believe in yourself, you start to change everything around you. You start to attract new opportunities. You start to take bigger risks. You start to create a life that reflects the truth. You are worthy of success. You are capable of greatness. And you are unstoppable. So, make the decision today. Believe in yourself. Trust your journey. And know that the power to change your life has always been within you. Take action now. The most powerful thing you can do to change your life is to take action. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Too many people wait for the perfect moment to start. They wait for the conditions to be just right, for the stars to align, or for a moment of clarity to tell them exactly what to do. But the truth is the perfect moment will never come. The best time to start is now. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you take that first step. You move forward with what you have, where you are, and trust that momentum will carry you further than you ever imagined. Every single person who has achieved greatness, whether in business, in relationships, or in personal development, started with one simple decision. They decided to take action. And when you take action, something magical happens. You stop being a passive observer in your life and become an active participant. You stop waiting for change to find you and start creating it. You stop making excuses and start making progress. Taking action isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up, even when the world around you seems chaotic. It's about doing the things that others won't, because you know that's the difference between wishing for success and actually achieving it. But here's the catch. Taking action doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan, perfect timing, or perfect resources. You just need to get started. You see, action creates clarity. The more you take action, the more you learn. The more you take action, the more confident you become. The more you take action, the more opportunities open up to you. If you wait for the perfect conditions, you'll wait forever. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll never start. Action isn't just about doing, it's about being. It's about showing yourself that you're serious about your goals. It's about proving to yourself that you are committed to change. And when you show up for yourself, others will start to show up for you too. So right now in this moment, make the decision to take action. What is the next step you can take towards your goal? What is one thing you can do today that will move you closer to the life you desire? It doesn't matter how big or small the action is. The important thing is that you move forward. Because every step you take is one step closer to your transformation. Every action you take, no matter how imperfect, is building your future. So, no more waiting. No more hesitating. The time is now. Start where you are. Use what you have. And trust that the journey will unfold as you take action step by step, moment by moment. Change your life. Not tomorrow. Not next week. But today. Because the most important moment in your life is the one you're living right now. As we come to the end of this journey, I want to leave you with one simple yet powerful message. The power to change your life is already within you. Throughout the last hour, we've explored the steps, strategies, and mindset shifts needed to take control of your life and start living with purpose. You've learned that true transformation doesn't require a miraculous event or a change in your circumstances. It requires action. It requires belief. And above all, it requires commitment to becoming the person you know you are meant to be. But here's the thing, none of this will matter unless you take action now. Change doesn't wait for you. Doesn't care how old you are, what mistakes you've made, or how many times you've failed. It only cares that you decide once and for all that you're ready to take the first step. If you've felt the fire igniting within you, if you've felt the stirring of your heart telling you it's time to stop holding back, Now is the time to act. The world will never wait for you to feel completely ready. You will never have all the answers, but you can make the decision to start right here, right now. I want you to remember this. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your future, by the actions you choose to take from this moment forward. No one can take away the future you're about to create, and no one can stop you from becoming the person you are destined to be. But there's something even more important that I need you to understand. This journey is yours. It's not about the people around you. It's not about the world's expectations. It's about what you are willing to do for yourself. So, I want to challenge you. Pick one action today, no matter how small it seems. Reach out for that opportunity you've been avoiding. Take a step toward that goal that's been lingering in the back of your mind. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to begin. The hardest part isn't starting. The hardest part is staying committed when challenges arise. The hardest part is believing in yourself even when things don't go as planned. But trust me, the rewards are worth every ounce of effort. The person you will become, the life you will create, will far surpass anything you can imagine today. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Now, it's time to believe in yourself. As you walk away from this video, remember that you have the power to change your life forever. It's not just a slogan, it's a truth. A truth that you have the ability to shape your destiny, to move beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond limitation. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting for change to come, or are you going to create it? I'm excited for you. I believe in the future you're about to build. Now go out there, take action, and make your life exactly what you've always dreamed it could be. The time to change your life is now. The time is always now. Thank you for being here. Let's make this transformation happen together. You made it. 60 minutes of power, truth, and transformation. And now, here you are. A different person than you were when you hit play. But remember this. The real journey starts after the video ends. Because knowledge alone isn't power. Applied knowledge is. So before we close, I want to leave you with a few powerful life hacks, tips, and mindset tricks that will help you stay consistent, stay sharp, and stay committed. Life hack 1. Win your morning. If you can win the first hour of your day, you can win the rest of the day. Start your morning without distractions. No phone, no scrolling, just stillness, gratitude, intention, and movement. Spend even 10 minutes journaling or meditating. That little bit of control in the morning shifts your entire day into focus and power. Life hack 2. The rule of 1%. Don't chase massive change overnight. Aim to get just 1% better every day. Read one more page, do one more push-up, learn one more lesson. Over time,